Coach, the sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Now Trubisky on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Miller. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. They complete it to Hill. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing here, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd down, Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. 4 yards on the pickup. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Alert. I'm coming for you. You mind? Hey, seam 6. 50, Mike, 50.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Bravo.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Crunch time, defense. Motion up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch out. Move. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, ball.
Trubisky will throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
18. Red, go. Motion. Smooth.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's Kelsey on the ground. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch it. 15. Yellow. 43.
Now here's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
18. Go.
On first down, Trubisky taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Mecole Hardman, 88 yards. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14, Chiefs 10.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
You got three down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
First down, Kansas City.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Get the ball. Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Blue, blue, blue. Hey, high 7.
44, 44, Mike, 44.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Hey, exit.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
But you on the game? Yeah. All right, I'm going to get on.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try to force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He's got it up to the 15, showing off some fancy footwork there on the play. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got
his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Allen Robinson, 78 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
No, funny this shit.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And we hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Dang.
18.
That's how niggas playing.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Dropping 3 got me fucked up.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Oh, man.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. The throw over the middle, taken in. This won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Gets this one to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Great throw.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky.
Chill out, man.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Trubisky now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit. His team showed up.
From the gun, it's Trubisky.
What's up with you on that corner, man?
Completes it to Hardman.
Oh, this nigga running so
He's going to
slow.
go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
You must be tired out there, huh?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Man, he ain't sending that press digits, man.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky.
Get up, nigga.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point up and good, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah. That boy got an eye formation close.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this
Just
drive.
throw that
Time
bit of
for a
Tyree
final
here.
kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah,
Well,
or
but
they
I
can
ain't
even
have
run
to.
a screen. You know,
Crazy,
something
man.
they feel is somewhat safe
Don't do that,
that
Jamal.
might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports
got 2 people
halftime
watching that
report.
bit now.
Coach, this will be
Huh?
fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
All right, gotta put on the show, huh?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Charlie, show it. Show it. Joker, 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 Joker.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys.
chill out,
But
man.
sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And his throw intercepted.
Chill out,
The
man.
All-Pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next is for Bears 28, Chiefs 24.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw.
Yeah.
This is Miller, complete.
You're right, Kenny.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Oh, but you gonna try me again?
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the 44, Mahomes. This is caught at the 20.
But my shit
And
moving.
he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Mahomes setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Butker's kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
That was it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Well, you got it, dude. 3 minutes.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Throwing here, Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Number 53, Mike 53. Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score of Bears 48, Chiefs 47.
Chill out with the jet feet, huh? You ain't that.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
That nigga trying to win defensive player of the year, boy.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Oh, but I'm going like that.
From the shotgun is Trubisky.
I'm going like that, brother.
Right sideline. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, check, back 43.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Get that bitch off. Oh, no.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill.
God, look at that. Jesus.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Yet another interception. And I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I'm glad live and die throwing a Terry Hill, huh?
The thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That boy bagging up.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Able to get away.
That's all me, boy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Get it up in there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Trubisky now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Javon Wims, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to leave them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Oh, that's a little wet, huh?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup of 38. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They run. This is Cohen. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One final try from Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.